What's up YouTube? It's Kaylee here, formerly known as Common Creator or Chaos in the most recent past. I don't know. I've tried to go through different modes, but right now I'm just Kaylee and I'm probably gonna stay that way. So yeah, I don't know if these YouTube videos are going to be a constant thing or not, or consistent, whatever, you know what I mean. But I have some time today and I did my makeup, which like never freaking happens, so I thought I would use that as an opportunity to make a video for you guys, specifically tell you the story about how I've been becoming a self-taught dancer for a while now. But yeah, let's get into the story. So I have no formal training other than a few studios that I've been to in the past, more specifically around the time I was like 16, 17. But that didn't last maybe more than a couple months, and really the only exposure I had to actual technique like pirouettes and leaps and flexibility and kicks and stuff was in high school when I took beginning dance when I was a freshman. Yes, I was a freshman in high school. I took beginning dance and I'm like, what is this? I've never seen this before in my life, because the only experience or exposure I had to dance prior than that was street dancing. So anything I saw in music videos, like I would copy Beyonce and Sierra, of course, Michael Jackson, Shakira, she was my favorite. I taught myself how to belly dance just by watching her and doing all the things that she does and like trying to copy her, you know. I would go to parties and people would dance and I would copy them or like try to copy too. I go to fiestas, like I've just like the only exposure I had to dance was the outside world. So yeah, but when I was in high school and I saw the dance team doing all these crazy things, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I want to know how to do that. So I obsessively started stretching. I had like no flexibility when I first started out. Couldn't even do the splits, and I just began stretching obsessively every day. And now I can do straight scorpions and over splits and back bends and crazy stuff and all that. It's only because I do it every day though. I stretch every day. That's like the one thing I have to do no matter what. If I don't, my body gets all jacked up and that's not fun. But yeah, so I remember like my life's dream in high school was being on the performance dance team, because, you know, that was so cool and like that was the thing, and I would obsessively ask my teacher questions about how I can get better and like how can I do this thing, and like I want to be on performance so bad. So I took beginning freshman year, I took advanced twice my sophomore year. I was like so convinced that I was gonna make the team, and when I didn't, I was like so heartbroken, you guys, you don't even understand. Like the next day I stayed home because I was so heartbroken and I like cried and napped all day. Like it was bad, but I got over myself eventually. Obviously, I started taking it a lot more seriously. I started watching YouTube videos of technical dancers and like tutorials. That's why I'm so thankful for the internet, because I can learn anything I want to now just by going to YouTube and finding a tutorial. It's great. Anyway, if you ever want me to make a stretching tutorial for you guys, I'll show you how I went from zero flexibility to like almost all the way. But yeah, anyway, so I began watching these YouTube videos, practicing myself. I've finally got like my triple pirouettes, my quadruple pirouettes. I've been learning how to use like minimum effort for maximum grace, and controlling myself and trying to acquire some type of technique, because I was like embarrassing. Like I had no control over my body. I thought I was doing a decent job, but I wasn't. So I was just very analytical, and I took notes, and I would spend hours in my room and practice. And when tryouts came again, my junior year for senior year, I was actually like even more iffy than I was the first time I tried out. But somehow, some way, I made the team, and it was like, it's still in my head like one of the most happiest days of my life, because when you finally see your name on that list, you're just like, oh my god, the world is spinning for me, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was like one of the greatest accomplishments of my life, and that was just the beginning of my relationship with dance. And let me tell you, I used to annoy my dance teacher so bad. I would ask her like so many questions a day just because I wanted to know and I wanted to get better. And, you know, even some of the girls who were on my team with me didn't like me just because I practiced so much and I was so annoying with how much I wanted to do. But I mean, well, so but anyway, I also practiced so much. I developed osteoarthritis in my knees when I was 17 years old, is when I was diagnosed. I had torn my ACL, my meniscus, my LCL, and just like totally jacked up my knees just because of how obsessive compulsive I was about practicing. So I got surgery after I graduated, and then I went to ASU. I was a dance major for 2 years. Obviously, this was like 3 weeks after I got my ACL surgery. I was still recovering, but I danced with the ASU Hip Hop Coalition for 2 years while being a dance major. And the first pro audition I had was with the Phoenix Suns when I was 19. I did make it past 2 rounds, which I was just like, I didn't think that I could even do that. So that was my first exposure to pro dancing and like what is actually required of you. Because, you know, in high school, it's purely just based off of how good you are, but unfortunately the reality is when you get into the real world, your aesthetic is a huge part of whether or not you're going to get a certain dance position, and that's just the way it is. You know, dancers have to be like models. You have to have tight abs, you have to be tan, or maybe not for some people, but you know what I mean. You have to know how to do your makeup, you have to know how to do your hair, and you know, there's just all these things that go into pro dancing that obviously someone like me with no experience and no freaking idea of any of that could have possibly conjugated up in my head. So like I completely changed my aesthetic the second time I tried out for the Phoenix Suns. I got a spray tan. I was a lot smaller. I rhinestoned a bra, so like I was trying to be a little bit skimpier. I had got my makeup done by one of my friends. Like I actually put effort into it, and I didn't even make it past first cut, so I was just like, but anyway, so after that failed audition, I went to go try out for the Solar Squad team, which is their hip hop dance team. And I made it. Like, I made it. The first time I tried out, I made it. And I only think it's because for that team, you just have to be a good dancer. Like, it's not so much about how tiny your waist is. So it's like, are you a good dancer or not? So I did, and that was a great first professional experience. I ended up trying out for Phoenix Mercury. After that, I made it to finals, didn't make the team. After that, I tried out for, hold on a minute, I think it was Cardinals. That's what it was. I tried out for Cardinals, didn't make it past first cuts because again, I put no effort into my appearance at the time. But after that, I tried out for Solar Squad again, didn't make it just because, you know, some things happened, but it's irrelevant. It's in the past. It's okay. I tried out for the Rattlers. I made it to finals, which was like a really growing experience for me. And the coach of that team, she's actually so chill. She's so cool. She really does just want to help you be the best version of yourself you can be. And she's always willing to give advice to anyone who needs it. Let's see. After Rattlers, I tried out for the Cardinals again. That was this year. I made it past 1 round, which, at least I made it past 1 round, you know. Didn't make it past the second cuts because, like, I'm such a slow learner because I am self-taught that's just something that I have to develop in my mind. But then after that, I actually traveled to Miami this year to try out for Miami Heat, and, like, I knew I wasn't going to do well because I'm just like, hello, they're the best dance team in the NBA. Like, they're insane, and they were also so cool. You know, the coach, Natalia, she's so badass, and she's very relatable, and she's very sincere. All the people there are very just sincere about their feedback to you. They want you to do well. They don't want to see you mess up and fall flat on your face. So I was lucky enough to have made it past 1 round. And, you know, she gave me feedback, and she was very constructive. And I just, I appreciate that whole experience because it was just a whole nother level, you guys. It's nothing like Arizona. Which I totally respect for, and I feel like I've grown a lot just for that. But, so, with all that, I've only made Suns once. I've been in some music videos, I've choreographed some music videos, I've I'm on a competitive hip hop crew right now called Anomalous Dance Crew. We're the dance crew for this place called Church of the Nations, which is Christ based, and really has given me a family to come to in the dance community, and just has really changed my life. But yeah, I have failed a lot, and it's embarrassing, and I'm so harnessed by how much support people are giving me and like have given me throughout this whole journey. It's just been it's been a crazy long experience, but this whole experience has been so memorable for me because I've have received compliments from girls on these teams that I've tried out for, who tell me I'm a good dancer, and who even a couple girls on Instagram who've watched my videos and they tell me that I'm good, which I'm like so completely humbled by, because it's amazing when anyone notices that you work hard, and it's not I don't want to call it talent, because that would suggest that I haven't worked incredibly hard for what little I do have kind of with dance. But I just like doing it, and I like doing it a lot, and I like learning, and I like constantly going, and I love that I'm teaching classes now, because I'm learning so much about myself as a dancer and a choreographer, and it's helping me when I take classes, and I'm just like, okay, so this initiates from here, and just I don't know, just little things like that. But yeah, this whole experience has been crazy. I have had a lot of opportunities. I have failed a lot, and unfortunately that's just the nature of the beast in this dance game. So that's why I'm trying to create something for myself right now, because I know that dancing is not something that I'm going to be able to do professionally for forever. So I just I'm trying to create something else on the side that I can nurture, which is why I'm glad I'm teaching dance classes now, and I'm choreographing for some of my friends who are artists, and I'm actually getting ready to choreograph a whole show, which is going to be super dope. I'm very excited for the opportunity, and yeah, I'm here for you guys. I plan on making tutorials in the future, just to help anyone else out who may be self-taught dancer. Just whatever you have questions with, I'm here to help. I can teach you how to stretch. I can teach you certain technical things. Again, coming from someone who has had like no control over their body, and like no flexibility, no nothing, to like being a professional dancer on an NBA team, and being in a competitive hip hop crew, and being in videos and shows and stuff. And I'm here to help. If you need to get the most out of your dance classes, if you need to learn how to memorize choreography better, I'm here for you. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with my dance journey right now, and I'm so happy if any of you want to share it with me. If you want, follow me on Instagram. I'll give you a follow back, and my Facebook, not that interesting, but yeah, whatever you want. If you have any questions, if you want to like shoot me a little message, I'm here to help. And yeah, I'm excited for this journey. I don't really know what else to say, so I'm just gonna say bye.